Last time on She Rules the Waves, we came back to Sedna, left Dronten, crossed the Ketelmer and stopped for the night just after the lock in Marknesse. Next morning, we moved on through Flevoland and crossed into Friesland in Lemmer and ended up in Suvalt, where we realized our engine problems. Day 3, we hopped over to Burgum, but got stuck there due to bad information, almost got smushed by a cargo ship and enjoyed dinner in town. Welcome to episode number 100. Hi, I'm Linus Jackson, a sailing musician and father of two, trying to get my boat Sedna home to Sweden for a major refit. And in time, I plan to be a full-time liveaboard and world traveler. Join us on this journey. So, we left early and started making our way east. We haven't set a goal for the day yet since we're not very confident in the engine right now. I ran down to check on the oil hose every few minutes and it didn't take long until I realized I had to patch it up again. But the engine actually ran fine, so it didn't bother us that much, although I knew I needed a new hose. Bridges and breakfast. Yeah. After a while, I found out that there's a chandlery in a town we will be passing through anyway, and there's also supposed to be a marina there. So maybe we could just stop by and get that new hose. As you can probably guess, the marina was way too small for our boat, so we had to moor alongside the camping. Just stopped by here, because there's supposed to be a chandlery on this little island, so I'm running there to see if I can find a new oil cap hose, or whatever it's called. Well, after talking to the staff, their mechanic said he'd take a look at the engine. And that's when I realized how wrong I've been. Oil is not even supposed to be in that hose. The mechanic's initial diagnosis was, this engine is not going to get you home. You need a new one. But fortunately for me, after having gone through the situation, actually looked at the oil, etc., there was hope again, although still faint. Now the mechanic came with a big jerry can and a pump, and now I'm going to take the oil out. Somehow, unbeknownst to me, but obviously my fault, there was way too much oil in the engine. And there was also a water leak, probably in the raw water pump, that contaminated the oil. The solution is to get rid of all the oil, refill, and repeat until the level and consistency looks good. Just past 1 liter, 1.25 maybe. The oil was so thick and grey, and it really gave me a workout.
Anything is pumping or not, I don't know.
But we also had to get rid of the water leak to make sure this didn't happen again right away. And together, we managed to scrape up all the spares, gaskets and O-rings we needed to hopefully fix the water pump. So while he was working on the water pump, I kept pumping the oil. This is not the way oil is supposed to look. Looks like bottom paint. Okay, I've been sitting down here pumping on this pump for about 6 or 7 hours now, but we're finally seeing the end. It's not oil, it's sludge, and something's been wrong for a pretty long time, and I'm kind of embarrassed that I haven't noticed, but it's the way it is, and you learn new things every day. In a little while, the mechanic is coming back, and we will start it together, and we'll hopefully be able to move to a more secure location. And then, when the engine is hot, I'm gonna pump it all out once again and see if it looks better, and refill, and so on, and so on. Just to empty the pump into the container took a really long time due to the velocity of the oil/sludge inside. And I actually emptied almost 10 liters of a 6-liter capacity. No wonder the engine's been acting up, right? Yeah. Without this guy, I probably would be stranded still. Well, at least the engine runs now, that's a good sign. Although there still seems to be a lot of oil inside. Well, we'll heat it up and then pump it out again and see what happens, right? But while the engine was actually running and the oil needed to get warm anyway, we took the opportunity to move around the island to a safer location. Okay, we are now moored at a more calm place. But my work isn't over. I'm going to pump out the oil once again. But before we do that, I think we deserve an anchor beer. For sure.
Yeah, yes.
Cheers.
We deserve it.
Yes.
Okay, so the pumping of the oil this time took about 10-15 minutes instead of 8 hours. So now we're just having some tapas and enjoying another beer. We figure we're done for today. Tomorrow morning, our hero will be back with some new oil and oil filters, and I'll probably have to redo it all a few more times. Yep, I'm on my way to the camping site to get a well-deserved shower. A new man, right? I'm fresh until tomorrow morning when I'll get back to the oily business. Hope we get away tomorrow. Good night. Good morning, people. It's right back to the oil changing, and although the color is still a little gray, the consistency is much better. Bless you. Okay, so what I did this morning is we refilled the oil, we drove the engine hot, and then I pumped it out again. The oil looks way better now, but it's still a little grayish. But it took like 2 minutes to pump it all out. So there doesn't seem to be a lot of old oil stuck in the engine anymore. So that's a good thing. So let's try it again. All right, so...
We have to take you back?
No, I'd like to walk.
Okay.
This is the guy. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And good luck.
Yeah. So with this, we say goodbye to Friesland. Yesterday we went from you need a new engine to actually this might work. So let's keep our fingers crossed and move on. This guy, he owns the camping. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
And just like that, we were back en route. Nervous, but very relieved. Goodbye, Nautic Strovos and the 4 Elements, Marina, / camping. Thank you for your help. Okay, we are on our way and we just left Friesland and entered Groningen. And our goal for today, I don't dare to say it. So you'll see if we make it there. All right. Little lunch, little windmill. Oostersluis, Groningen. Loven Landbro waiting to open. There's water coming in from behind, and there's also like 3 more doors. I don't understand this. Okay, I dare to say it now. Our goal was to make it all the way to Delfzell. This is the sea, kind of. It's inside a breakwater, but still. This town is located in the Ems Delta, and although protected by a long breakwater, the tide is still very strong and definitely something to take into consideration. And we did. But what we didn't know about is that they have floodgates from the inland waterways in the end of the protected area, just where the marina is at. And sometimes they open those floodgates when there's been a lot of rain. Like now. The tide was brutal, apparently. It wasn't supposed to be. So we got a few dings on her, but we are safely moored. Yeah, this whole tidal situation is a little weird for me. But it is what it is. It's gonna be interesting. Maybe I'll actually stay up tonight just to see what it looks like when it's high tide. I guess you can guess by looking at that wall. And pollards. I assume that sometime in the middle of the night, around 3 or so, we'll be up there instead of down here. This might not be the right thing to do, but I am in the Netherlands and I'm watching my favorite team play another Netherlands team, Twente. Although I'm really close to Groningen, so hopefully there are not that many Twente fans here. But we'll see. I definitely did not have the energy to stay up all night, and we do have a long way to go tomorrow. After all, we lost almost 2 days because of the oil debacle. Instead, I rigged a GoPro to a power bank and set the time-lapse so that you and me can watch the tide turn together. I appreciate you all being here, and the best way for you to appreciate me back is to enjoy the episodes. Give them a like, tell me something in the comments, and if you're really into it, check out our social media and consider becoming a patron. I have some exclusive content coming up over there soon. And while we watch the tide turn again, click the subscribe button and the bell, and until next time, take care.